Okay, so we've been slacking in oral hygiene just a little bit and we need a little bit of TLC for our teeth. And what about it? Do you see the world up in flames behind me? No? Okay, so it's not that big of a deal. Hi, I'm Simone and I'm your professor in Starting Over. I have my master's in post-traumatic stress disorder and a concentration in restarting. And in today's lesson of Oral Hygiene 101, we are doing our lesson in a more extensive oral hygiene routine. Now, if you're looking at all of this and you're like, wow, this is too much. I can't even get the fuck out of my bed right now. Or if you're like, damn, Simone, this is a little too much for me. I need to go back to the basics. Don't fret. Go to part one. Part one has a very, very low effort oral hygiene routine. It is one product. You can keep it right next to your bed. You do not even have to get out of bed for this. And then it also has a very bare bones, just floss and brush your teeth routine for when you're just getting out of that rut and you need something that you can be consistent with. This is a routine for the people who have time, who basically need like an everything shower, but for their teeth. Maybe you have a hot day, or maybe you promised your therapist that you were going to take extra good care of yourself today, and you just picked teeth. You smiled and said, damn, you need that. And if that's you, you've come to the right place. So let's get started. We're gonna start with flossing our teeth. I'm going to use this floss from Oral-B Glide, but you are also free to use a toothpick, like a floss pick. You're free to use any string floss that you would like. I just like this one for the texture, and also I got it with a 5-finger discount from my dad's bathroom. Do not tell him that I stole this. We're just gonna wrap it around our fingers and go start from the center all the way back on both sides. And with like every tooth, I'm going to like adjust the length of the floss so I can always have like a clean piece when I'm going through my teeth. If you're using a floss pick, then you can just like rinse off the debris. Now, full transparency here, there's a little blood on my floss. I don't know if you can see it. And that is from plaque buildup because I am not the best at taking care of my teeth. Not too much on me. I didn't even think I was gonna make it to 24. So it's almost like I'm low-key reborn in this motherfucker. Anyways, I'm trying my best here and that's all that matters. Now, we are going to pull from the book of Indian remedies and do a little bit of coconut oil pulling. Coconut oil has a ton of health benefits such as fighting inflammation and fighting harmful oral bacteria, which is perfect because sometimes our gums hurt and sometimes we might not take care of our teeth the way that we should because we're worried about other things. Our brain is kind of scrambled right now. So technically you're supposed to oil pull for about 20 to 30 minutes, but if it's your first time, then just start with 5. Now I know 20 to 30 minutes seems very taxing, but if you think about it, that's like one episode of SpongeBob. So we're just gonna take this coconut oil. So in part one, I went over proper teeth brushing technique with a manual toothbrush. And for this more extensive routine, we are going to brush our teeth with an electric toothbrush. An electric toothbrush can be kind of pricey, but it's a very good investment if you have the funds available to you to expend on an electric toothbrush. Mine was a gift from my dad. Electric toothbrushes are very effective because of how good they are at like removing plaque. But as always, we are going to start from the back of our teeth to the front on both sides. On my electric toothbrush, we have 3 options. We can do clean, we can do white, and we can do gum care. We are going to do gum care because this is extensive. Like this is teeth need some TLC. We're gonna start from the back and just go all the way in the front for really small circles. And we cannot forget the back of our teeth. Then we do the same with the other side. For some of us, it can be incredibly hard to get all the way in the back of the teeth. So there is nothing wrong with literally taking your cheek and like pulling it out so you can have access to the back of your teeth. Let me show you. I'm gonna take your finger, pull your teeth out, and go all the way in the back. Now it's time to handle the front of our teeth. So we have 2 options here. We can either start here on one side and go very, very slowly to the other side, or if we need a little bit more movement, we can go from this side and quickly go from this side and just keep going from side to side. Point is, we want to get every individual tooth. Now for me, whenever I brush my teeth, I tend to miss like my canines, like right here. So I'm going to specifically focus my toothbrush on these two teeth and then do a clean sweep from one side to the other. And I have a permanent retainer back here, so I'm just gonna take a little bit more time on that area. So the great thing about an electric toothbrush is most of the time they run on a timer, so if you're somebody that like needs to know a proper time or like when to stop, it kind of does the work for you. Now we move on to tongue scraping. Not gonna lie to you, tongues are a little nasty, and a lot of our breath problems stem from the fact that we do not brush our tongues. And using a tongue brush or a tongue scraper is incredibly easy. First thing we're gonna do is just simply brush the tongue as far back as we can safely. As you can see, it has a lip, and we're going to use that to scrape the entire tongue. Our last step is going to be mouthwash, so I'm using TheraBreath. And we're going to swish this for 1 minute. And congratulations, we have extensively taken care of our oral hygiene. How do you feel? Achieved? You should.